What is going on, everybody? We are back. It's true. Paul Maitland. Paul Maitland, thank you for the raid, buddy. I am so happy that you, KP, your mom, and KP's mom can join us. Dig it. As you guys know, and gals know, I broke the internet yesterday. What's going on, Carlos? Um, I was promptly placed in the doghouse. I have been allowed out of the doghouse to do the show today. So I am here, and we are live. It is so good to see your smiling avatars. Hello, lady. Paul, what you drawing? Paul, as always, opens with his favorite word. That word would be moist. Zaburos says Paul was drawing a butt. Paul says it was a saucy She-Hulk. Now, when you say saucy, do you mean she's like cooking spaghetti? She's hammered drunk saucy? How is it? Can I turn up my audio? Can you turn up your volume? I can give you about that much. Up the. Oh, wow. I'm so glad I stopped myself halfway through reading that. Terrible lift form, but good angle. Nice. Nice. You pervert. I mean, hey, that's why you get into fan art, right? Because no one else will draw what's on your mind. You got to learn to draw it yourself. Speaking of things that are on my mind, I was able to go to a play today in a first grade classroom and see Jimmy the Breaker in his first role as a larvae. He was, like his dad, overacting, doing it way too much, and it was perfect. The teacher, the drama teacher who is in charge of all of the school districts drama for all the schools. I think she said there's 7 of them. She was one of the princesses from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, one of the OG girlfriends. Um, she said James is an actor, and we should water that weed and watch it grow into a pretty cool dandelion flower. So she's like, I have a free thing that we're doing in the summer if he wants in. And you can reach out to me if you want me to get him into something because we could easily place him. He's handsome, she said, and has the energy. So I don't know how I feel about all of that, but it's nice to know that somebody other than me and Mrs. the Breaker and Gigi and my extended family think he's cool. It's nice that a complete stranger would say that. Um, was I well behaved? Always. So I am stoked. He had a lot of fun. He did well. He needed only minor prompting. He knew almost all of his lines, and he had a lot of them. So I was stoked. Listen, the reason I did improv comedy was because there is no script, and I can't memorize lines. I can't memorize anything. I don't even know when family birthdays are. Like, I suck at that. James, on the other hand, apparently just looks at it as like, oh, I haven't memorized, okay. And then does the whole paragraph out loud. It's like, oh, cool. Doesn't get that from me. Speaking of things that are not begotten of me, Uncle Doug has struck again. Carbonated water. If you saw my cryptic post on Discord, Uncle Doug has targeted fantasy. He said, you know, there's only a handful of fantasy left. If you recall, I got something really cool from Las Vegas when I was there. Do you think people would want it as a giveaway? I said, yeah. Didn't that cost you a little bit of dough? And he's like, yeah, I got the guy's business card. I can buy another one if I want. And I was like, hey man, I'm not gonna say no. How about that bismuth D20? Bismuth, the naturally occurring, ooh, there it is, naturally occurring element. Derivative is Pepto-Bismol. What up, Helmut? And this is a solid pour D20 of bismuth. It's heavy. Bismuth is definitely a hefty metal. I want to say it's like 83 on the chart. What's going on, Don? I think it's an 83. What is its periodic table number? Sapporo should have had the answer by now. 83, I was right. I'm going to assume that is why... I'm going to assume that's why Sapouros did not answer it, because I was already right, and Sapouros did not want to waste his time answering something that was already right. So, let's see. Yeah, that's a 15. That's gonna beat quite a few checks there. That's a hit for most things. So anybody who buys Fantasy today is going to have an opportunity at this little freebie. Now, if more than one person buys Fantasy, I have a second giveaway. It's not bismuth, but it is a set of 7 standard die. $16. They roll well. So, there you go. Thank you, Uncle Doug. As you know, we have Kai and this gorgeous specimen to give away. And we have other things that we could talk about, like how great Ted Lasso series finale was, how it perfectly ended and should not be rebooted for a fourth season, and how it's okay if they do spin-offs, just leave the base canon alone. It was perfect. It was the opposite of Game of Thrones ending. It was exactly what was needed. For those who watch Ted Lasso, you know. Hello, Steven! For those who don't watch Ted Lasso, shame on you. It's actually worth getting Apple TV for just to watch Ted Lasso. I can tell you. Ted Lasso has had me laughing harder at a show than a lot of other shows could regularly. There were numerous times over the last 2 seasons that I had to pause because I just couldn't get myself composed to see the other things that were going on in that show. So, if you watch Ted Lasso, you know already. If you don't, you need to start. It's worth it. It is. I see more people have seen Across the Spider-Verse. I see Bourbon has seen it, and now Bourbon wants to sell a kidney so he can afford the lame Apple goggles that they're coming out with, so that he could hopefully see it in 3D. Do I want Apple goggles, or do I want to spend $3,500 on a basically top-of-the-line gaming PC that is fully kitted and customized to my needs, and probably 4 of the most recent games and most of their expansions? Yeah, I'll take the PC, thank you. Apple doing Apple stuff again. That is why I'm not an Apple person, because they are just dumb. And dumb, I say, are just into ripping people off for stuff that's completely unnecessary, not novel, and dumb. That's okay, Hellbolt. You can like Apple. It's fine. I'm not going to judge you personally. I just think the company is doo-doo. Apple is not a tech company. Apple is a design company. They will actually tell you that. They're not developing new tech. They're redesigning tech to make it look better. He's like, they're tasty. Okay, yes, those apples are tasty. I never owned a gaming PC. Just didn't know what it should have. You know, that's a valid point, Carlos, because every 5 months you'd have to change it anyway. Because every 5 months the newest thing comes out. So the PC that I used to be running on, that is now in the office that I'm using, in the museum, when I first started streaming, that was the second best processor you could buy. And the best internet processor, it's called, I want to say it's Monster Wi-Fi, that you can get. T-Bone says, I'm a console guy. I have a Series X. I am on console. I prefer computer because, quite frankly, PC, it is better. But I don't like how much room that all takes up. And I can lounge more comfortably on my couch than I can at even most gaming chairs. Paul says, peasants, I have a few consoles and a PC. He's got a Switch, a PlayStation, and a PC. We have a Switch too. I should say James has a Switch. We really don't get to play it. GameCube was awesome. Dreamcast was also awesome, if you remember those. Unfortunately, Dreamcast died by the wayside, but there were some dope Dreamcast games. GameCube had its moments too. You still got your GameCube? There were some dope games for GameCube. There were. One of my favorite games, I can't remember if it was GameCube, Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero was so good that it shouldn't have even been that good. Hellbolt's like, I have them all. I think the Dreamcast was Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. Paul says, I cannot express enough. I am obsessive about Mario Kart. Well, let me ask you, has anybody played the new Disney racing game? Sepulros, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep, we played that on the ship. That was one of our pastimes on the ship. Whenever we'd get in trouble and wouldn't be allowed to leave the ship for a day, we would play that frequently. Oh, let me find it then. So Disney, I know it's on at least Xbox, has a kart racing game. Speedstorm. Oh, it's on the Switch too. Speedstorm is absolutely worth purchasing. I'm obviously not sponsored by Nintendo. If I was, I'd have more than 17 people watching me. But I am not. But I can tell you, Speedstorm is fun. It's good for the fan of the characters. And some of you will get this. I'm not going to name names, KP, or Lady, or Trevor, or me. But if you're a stoner fan of Disney, a Disney stoner, this game is tailor-made for those who like to legally acquire cannabis and enjoy themselves while doing an activity. Vivid color, great definition and details, a lot of kooky hokey things that are in there. It is very enjoyable. My only gripe is the AI. It's got the type of AI that will catch up to you no matter how far blown away you are from the rest of the pack. They will find a way to catch up. All of the most I've ever beaten a race by against the AI was like 9 seconds, which is a lot, but most of them come to within 3 seconds. I've actually won a game by 1,000th of a second. Oh, I was just seeing if you were still paying attention, KP. It is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it is a little tough for James. He enjoys it, but he doesn't win a lot because the AI is pretty ruthless and you can't change it. Currently, you can't change it. There's a rumor that the very first update that they're going to do, major update, is probably going to have a AI slider when they expand to the new, when they add the new players. Is it extremely skewed to the right channel? Yeah, it's because I'm in mono right now, and it's probably only picking it up on the left side. Or right side. Edibles and infusions, there you go. Butter, oil, gummies. Yeah, if you're wearing headphones listening to me, it's not going to work. Not going to work very well. This was pretty slapped together. Oh, wait, hold on. How about now? Oh, there you go. I know that's better already. There you go, Sipulros. Now you can hear me in both ears. I apparently. What's up, Lee? How are you doing? I apparently did not hit the mono button and had it just filtering in mono. Good, I'm glad it's better. Yep, I have been ignoring my alerts. I do see orders in, but I figured I'd chat since I missed you yesterday. I got people, hey, look at your phone, DC. Look at your phone. I know. I saw. I thought we could have conversation. Apparently, it's just make me a bicycle clown. Don't talk to me. Definitely don't look at me. I get it. I know. I get it. I'm the John. No kissing. I understand. All right, Carlos. Carlos, it's good, isn't it? It's good to be bad. That's right. Take my money and shut up, DC. I don't want to hear it. Well, that's what I get for trying to be personable. From now on, it'll be strictly transactional. Our relationship. Carlos, you got number 27. All right, Carlos, 27 out of 50. DCD Collects presents Good to Be Bad, the world's most dangerous villains, and the Sheriff of Nottingham. Yeah, save it for your downtime. Yeah, we'll care what you say when we don't want to hear you say it. Armand Bonchance. Boner chance, as they say in French. Boner chance. That's gonna be Lady Deathstrike, and that's gonna be the need for focus. There we go. We'll go with there. Blaze. Black Widow. That is an alternate for the Fantastic Four. Though, quite frankly, I only see two of them and Galactus. What's up, dude? Uh-oh. You can forget about the spoilers now. Doug is in the building.
Woot woot.
War Machine Gold. And Sabretooth. You know, we put our heads together to look like a butt on screen.
That's right.
It's like, hey, Doug. Look there.
Yeah.
It's all disappointing. How can it be disappointing? He just got here. I haven't been here long enough to disappoint him.
That's right. How's the evening going so far? What are we opening? Step into the bad side. All right.
Hey, remember when we ran out of bags?
Yeah, right.
All right. By the way, thank you for fixing the internet.
Hey, my pleasure. You know, you broke it. I fix it.
I did.
You're DC the breaker. I'm Doug the fixer.
What is this?
Oh.
Oh. Hey, wait a second. Isn't this the Kickstarter that funded in the first hour?
Live now, baby. I got a set coming.
My goodness. Turt! I wonder if this will be one of his cards.
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh.
Oh.
Look
Isn't
at
that what he says?
Look at that. He who shall not be named.
Oh, man.
With the Elder Wand itself.
Yeah, how did that work out for him? Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
If they haven't seen it by now, they should not see it at all.
I think there's like a 10-year policy, right?
That's
After
it,
10
right.
years, we can say whatever we want.
Yep. Apparently that's what they're doing with UFOs.
Yeah, that was a really interesting story, right? Like,
Yeah.
fascinating.
I like they did a breakdown. I don't know for those who pay attention. They did a breakdown, and the scientists like it's impossible that that's human
Yeah.
because the G-force would kill a human being.
So I was listening to the radio this morning, and apparently last night or recently in Las Vegas, somebody called 911 because there were aliens in their backyard that were like, hey everybody, that were like 8 feet tall, 9 feet tall, and the police had come out and they're like, yeah, we can't really dispute it. Like people saw things happening, and they're like, yeah, maybe, who knows? They didn't say no, they said, maybe. It's, you know, we can't say no. So yeah, police videos blacked out. Look at that. It was quite the party. So, you know, things are happening. Things are happening.
I dig it. I'm in. It's Hellbolt's like, does that mean I'm an alien? For those who don't know, Hellbolt is just shy of 9 feet tall. Just under 9 feet tall. What size is your 3D printed thing?
I printed this at about 80% or 60% just to get it. And I was testing out this new filament. It's, you know, like a stone filament. And he's bald, so he really does fit in here. Pretty amazing. So I got a brand new 3D printer called Bamboo X1C Carbon, and it is
Nice.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's also really good for people who have no skills like me.
And me.
It's a set it and forget it. And so I print this, and what would normally be like a 12-hour print, this is like a 4-hour print. It's also incredibly fast and efficient. And so I've got, overnight I print long things. Like I have all the other bad guys over there.
I haven't even.
Not
tipped
even
my
bad
hand
guys.
yet,
I can
yeah.
show you. Would you guys like to see some other 3D printed items?
Some spoilers?
Let's see what we can do here. They say yes, please. All right, so we'll get rid of Thanos, and we'll put a little bit of Captain America, and then maybe a Wonder Woman,
You know.
and then we can move her to the back because we got to get a little bit of the web slinger going right there. Sorry, Wonder Woman. So these are things I just print overnight. This morning I was trying to print a Conan, but I put in a wrong thing. It was user error, and that's usually what happens there. So these are a lot of fun, and I think we can certainly use things in future breaks. We have one more up there, another bad guy, but I love this filament, this sort of stone marble-looking filament for these busts. So anyway, there you go.
What's going on, Tangle?
Hey, how's
Tangle's
it
like,
going?
too bad we don't know anybody that can paint one of these.
Yeah, I know. We'll get there one day. But I like this stone one. It's pretty cool. So
So one of the cool things is too the earlier and even as early as last year, the 3D printed objects have been rough
Yeah.
and have had a terrible lining in them.
Yeah.
These are actually smooth.
Yeah, really smooth, really clean.
Yeah.
I've been very impressed. I love it. And so I've been printing things for my kids, my wife. We printed some hooks for horse thing. I mean, it's been really useful. And there's a couple websites out there that have incredible files, printable, thingiverse, lots of good stuff. So the Vader one is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's hidden. I didn't even show that one yet.
Oh yeah, little dun 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 dun. And so I printed this pretty small, so the detail got a little mushed up, but pretty dang cool stuff. So that's my little commercial for DCD Collects 3D printing. I'll take orders, and there's some other stuff that will be coming along. So
I want to point out something about the captain.
Yep.
Like, even the bases
That
are
one comes
cool.
apart. I've not glued that, so you can show them. So this is a guy who's designed most of these, and I actually have a license. I can sell these. I have an ability to market these legally and sell them and give them, and do what I want with them. I've also printed. Yeah, they want to know if you're broken lightsabers for sale, DC. I have got some pretty cool lightsabers. So lots of fun, and it's a good little toy. So. Back to work.
How much for Can you 3D print a disapproving Doug?
You know what? The hardest part would be scanning a disappointed Doug. But if I could, I would.
How much do those scanners cost?
Boy, I'm going to say the basic cheap one. I mean, you can set up a thing on your phone, but it's hard. The real good ones are, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. I don't know. I've never done it. I was just at a charity event. I picked up a Caleb Williams signed helmet.
Oh, nice.
And signed football. And a Theron Fleury hockey goalie helmet. Just because it was cool. So.
Fleury had some dope helmets.
He did have some dope helmets. So these are supporting University of California, Santa Barbara athletics.
Was it a...
I can show you.
Is it the Flaming Sea one?
I don't remember. I can show you what it was. That was a couple drinks ago.
Yes.
I thought, well, I should come back here. It was that. So.
Oh, the Vegas. Yeah.
The Vegas night. I just thought it was really cool. So I picked up that. And
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Marc-Andre Fleury. Not yeah, right. Marc-Andre. But, little Caleb Williams signed helmet. He'll be a pretty high draft pick next year. And then I got a Heisman signed football. So to support UCSB athletics.
Now, I heard a rumor, Doug.
Yep.
I heard a rumor that Santa Barbara is getting a professional soccer league.
They are getting, if you're talking about thinking British soccer, we would be getting a team that'd be at the level of Wrexham prior to their advancement. It's the third level of soccer teams. Yes, that is happening. Yes.
And are they going to be playing at UCSB?
I would imagine so. Or they might play at City College Field, which is right down there at the bottom of the hill with the gorgeous views. We have a sort of independent league baseball team, the Santa Barbara Foresters, that has won the national championship 10 of the last 15 times. It's quite good. And we used to have a really good semi-pro basketball team here that was pretty legit. So there's some good sports happening here.
Excellent. Well, if when they start, you got to let me know if any of your friends have ins, because I would take James to a game.
Absolutely. I only know one soccer player that was ever a pro guy. Was that Kobe Jones? The tiny little Kobe Jones guy. Did some work with him. So
I think it was. Hey, what is your view on Messi going to Miami?
Wow. I think I liken that to somebody, say Joe Namath playing for the Rams at the end of their career. It's very much about getting people there and bringing in fans. So if you're looking at it from the point of view that you're paying him $43 million a year you're hoping that brings people into into the stadium, into the league, brings eyes to the TV matches. So there's a greater goal in that than just for Miami itself.
And do you want to go to Saudi Arabia or do you want to go to Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm taking Miami landslide.
43 million. So he's getting paid more than anybody else in Miami athletics.
Yes.
To who's the highest paid? Heat. I mean, and Florida Panther, all that. Pretty crazy.
The instant impact. Lee says you should hydrate.
Yeah. My multiple drinks were Diet Coke, Lee, so you don't have to worry too much about that. I am sober and hydrated.
So immediately, first thing when I saw the signing, what's the first thing I do? I go to see if LAFC is playing Inter, and they do. They play them in September, a postponed game. $300 increase.
Yeah.
In the tickets for that game.
Now, you could also look at the Galaxy. That's our other LA soccer team. They play in Carson, and that might be a little more affordable. LAFC has the brand new football stadium. Carson, where the Galaxy plays, that's where they were going to put the stadium if it had been the Raiders and the Chargers. They would have had to pay for that, where the Rams like, we'll just pay for it ourselves, and look what you got. So,
very nice. That's that FISO Stadium. Is that what it's?
Yeah, Sophie
Stadium.
Yeah, named it after his daughter or something.
Got it.
Yeah,
I've been to a game there.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. I mean, it's if you're looking for the most technologically advanced stadium in the world and comfortable seats. Oh, that must be Steve.
Steve's like, F the Raiders.
Yeah. If you're looking for the most technologically advanced stadium in the world with the best seating system, it's okay. It's up there. If you're looking for
really good food,
really good food,
it's
it's nice.
Yeah, it is. All right, so while you're here, we put you to work, and if somebody put an order in, will you open it?
If somebody put an order in, okay. I would do the opening, but I'd want you to be my narrator, like a ventriloquist dummy. I'll sit on your lap.
Oh, that'll work.
And you can like, and I'll just do the movements.
I can reach around and use the hands.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Don't Google that.
Be like, whose line is it anyway? Where your hands are in front of me and you're doing the.
That's right. We will have a whole new base of watchers if we do that.
Yeah. Literally.
Carlos, I do too.
I got a bad feeling of thinking about DC behind me. It just makes me a little nervous when I see you getting that close. So, put me to work. I gotta, I want to see some good stuff happening, and I could maybe even, I'll throw in something. I got some stuff I could throw in tonight for fun things.
So I showed them your bismuth knife, and I was right. 83 is the number.
Oh, cool. That's pretty nerdy. I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I said if we get more than one person who grabs fantasy, there's a set of 7 dice.
Yep.
That you'd be willing to part with too.
And I even have